Yo, 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 this economy growing, but we still got budget problems. Shit. Anton Rayne, what do we got going on here in Nargis? Updates on the situation of the oligarchs. Ooh, I hope we can arrest some of them. Nia Morgna requested to set up an off-the-books meeting to relay a new development from the criminal investigations conducted by the anti-corruption police. She was seated right across from me in the meeting room. Mr. President, you asked the ACP to start investigating the oligarchs. Are you down with the ACP? Yeah, you know me. We couldn't find anything related to Walter Tusk yet, but there's a silver lining. That's not what the newspaper said. The newspaper said you all had that fatty down to rights. By sheer luck, we have come across a suspicious link in Estord. I'm about to take my giant, comically large ornamental scissors and stab them into your left eye, which is probably too big to do that. If you were wasting my time, if you have a lead, go do it. She handed over a police report detailing the network of Coronelli gang in the city. That's one of the organized crime families. We still have a big problem with organized crime in this country, even though the cops have been doing a very good job of closing down and arresting lots of their members. A ledger was previously found in one of the raids against the cartel. It has contents linking their operations to the subsidiary of the Heart of Sordland conglomerate. That's not Tusk, though, is it? I think that's Caranti that owns that. Yeah, Marcel Caranti owns that. Who is another oligarch? You know what? I never trusted the HOS and Caranti anyway. That makes two of us. At any rate, with this new evidence, our case against Mr. Caranti goes far past the ACP's purview. In fact, we should open a full-blown joint investigation with the Interior Ministry. You're talking about Lilius. You really trust Lilius on this shit? Obviously, we hope there is nothing beneath the surface, but if in any way the HOS is linked to organized crime, you know. Yeah, alright. To figure out the truth, a more in-depth investigation needs to be launched. That's why you exist. Do the thing. Agreed! So, will you allow us to open an investigation? Wait. Shouldn't you automatically have that power? Because if Caranti finds out I specifically said yes to this, he's gonna come gunning for me. We both locked eyes. Man, I could say absolutely not. Keep your focus on Tusk. I want Tusk to get taken out too. I could say we can't be hasty here. We'll wait until we have a more concrete lead. Or I could say begin the investigation. I want to say wait until we have a more concrete lead, but the problem with organized crime cases is it can be very hard to find what you need to. Begin an official investigation to find out if HOS is working with organized crime elements in Estord. I will contact Lilius to get to the bottom of it. Expect a report very soon. I'm looking forward to the results. Do your best and don't get me murdered. We will. I mean, we won't, but we will do a good job. That is all I had for today. Why can't every meeting be like that? Thank you for your time, Mr. President. Nia got up from her seat and left the meeting room. I'm not going to call Marcel Caranti. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, because I bet if you were in bed with him, you could call him and warn him. I'm not calling him. I decided not to call Marcel. I have no reason to. I'm not crooked. I didn't take his bribes. If he's innocent, then hopefully the investigation will show that. If he's guilty, hopefully the investigation will show that too. If Marcel's cartel ties were real, this was huge news. It also, going after the cartels means we might get shot. I had to be careful, more so than ever. It'd be so funny if we got shot right now. Boom, you're dead. Ah, shit, game over. Briefing on the current healthcare situation. I don't want to go to this meeting. Pascal. There are two people I don't ever need to talk to again. Sierra and Pascal. Let's go talk to one of them. I had a meeting scheduled with Pascal to receive the annual healthcare report. I know it's not good. We don't have any money. The health system is overly burdened. He arrived at my office with stacks of papers underneath both arms.
Mr. President?
He put a mountain of papers on my desk and made a loud thud sound.
I know this seems like a lot. Reviewing it shouldn't take more than a day.
He measured the pile again.
Or maybe 2?
Very well, thanks for bringing these in, I guess.
No problem at all. They contain very important information about the status of our healthcare, salaries, expenditures, hospital reports, whatever you like.
It doesn't matter, we don't have enough money to go around.
We can go through this together.
Alright, let's begin. Stupid sense of duty. He continued.
But I don't want to bore you, so I'll quickly summarize.
I breathed a sigh of relief as he put on his reading glasses to look at the document he was holding.
So we've concluded our report for the year.
Yeah, it's shit, right? It's shit.
Our services haven't necessarily gotten better compared to the last year's.
Of course they're not going to. You didn't have a budget increase.
We have missed several funding opportunities to expand our services in the country, leading to several issues being unsolved.
Normally, I would tell these guys to go fuck themselves and you gotta do better, but you know what? Don't blame yourself, Pascal. It was my decision. This is the one place where we didn't decide to privatize, because I didn't see a choice to privatize in part. If it was there, I didn't understand it, but I think we had a choice to just really privatize large chunks of it or nothing, and I thought it's better that people have something. So don't blame yourself, Pascal. That was my fault.
We're in this together, Mr. President. The ministry is trying to improve the efficiency where possible, even in this situation, I assure you. But as you can see, it hasn't been the best year for us at all.
You know what? That's unfortunate, but what is done is done. I don't know what else to say.
We should strive to do better in this avenue.
Well, feel free to, Pascal. He cleared his throat.
Now that I have given you the short summary, there is a very important matter to discuss.
The short summary was things are not good. And we can't do much about it. Leaning over to grab his briefcase, he pulled out a tan-colored package. The package was stamped with big red letters that read, "Confidential." Pascal opened the package and brought out a few documents. He handed them over to me. Alright, I'll look at this. I took the documents from his hand. It was a report from the Ministry of Health. Each page had a stamp on it that read, "For the President's eyes only." What could be so important that has to be that hidden? Is the polio epidemic worse than they've been admitting? The report was titled Polio Outbreak in Persia. How bad is it?
For now, it seems to be under control. We've put a few villages under quarantine, but the total number of infected is currently 1,467. The death toll is at 23 so far. If we have more outbreaks, the result will be terrible. We are not where we could have been in terms of our healthcare funding. With what we currently have, I'm afraid it might not be enough to curb the infection rate. This is a very serious matter, Mr. President. The lives of the Sordland citizens are at stake.
Alright, but what can we do about it? We have no money.
We have done our research. There is a cure, a vaccine that was recently invented in the United Cantana, and the formula has been made available for free across the world. No matter what people think about United Cantana, if the same thing had happened in Arcasia, we would be paying a steep price for it.
Funny, because that's not what happened in real life. Kind of the opposite, but okay.
Unfortunately, because of the state of our current funding, we have neither the required materials nor the capability to produce this vaccine locally. Which means we have to buy it. It will be costly, but nothing comes before health.
Pascal, where are we going to get the money? We got no money. If you don't have a solution that involves you bringing in the money, don't waste my time. God damn it, Pascal. So my choice is to give him the money, or to say he's exaggerating. There have been fewer than 30 deaths, and you said the infected were under quarantine. I'm not... Oh, god damn it. If there's a vaccine... You know what? God damn it. We can't afford this, but I don't know if we have a choice. It's a vaccine that we know works, right? Procure whatever you need immediately. This vaccine better work, Pascal, or I will have you flayed alive. We're gonna be at -3.
You have once again proven that you're the right leader for Sordland in my eyes. Right away, Mr. President. This first step is great. But I'm afraid simply having the vaccines won't help. We need to make sure they're administered.
If you're asking for more money, can I go back and say no? Because we cannot afford to.
We need to implement a nationwide mandatory polio vaccine policy. With your order, I can immediately get to work to ensure we are doing whatever it takes. This might seem excessive, however, but it is absolutely necessary.
That is a serious violation, Pascal, of people's privacy, their personal civil liberties and rights. Let's observe the situation first. We'll be fine without it for now.
Very well, I'll keep you up to date. Now, if you excuse me, I must get to work immediately.
He got up from his seat.
Thank you for your time, Mr. President.
He left my office, leaving me alone with a lot of paperwork to go through. I don't know, man. I know maybe I should have made everyone get it, but I feel like that's just... Oh no, what's happened to our economic growth? Enrica, protests against gender equality in education. Sordish housewives have turned out in record numbers to protest the presidential decree ordering gender equality in education. Most of the demonstrations appear to be centered in Enrica, with Mayor Curtin Leste's administration providing the protesters with permits and security staff. Well, they have a right to, protest against that, I guess. I don't know why they don't want their kids to get an education, but whatever. What do we got in here? Welfare. Epidemic measures. Prevention measures. Due to a health emergency, the authorities have initiated an epidemic prevention plan, diverting all available resources towards containment measures. The comprehensive plan is designed to effectively address the healthcare crisis and mitigate the further spread of the epidemic within the country. The plan reflects a proactive approach to safeguarding public health and well-being. Is there some good epidemic controlled? Okay, I mean, it's not green, but it's orange, it's something. Due to the diligent efforts and timely precautions taken by the Ministry of Health, the epidemic that was spreading across the country is now under control. The ministry implemented a range of measures, such as increased sanitation protocols, quarantine procedures, and public education campaigns to help prevent the spread of the disease. In addition to this, they have also made efforts to increase the availability of medical resources and equipment, which has been crucial in effective management of the epidemic. You know what we need? We need to do a telethon. We're in debt. Can we do a television or a radio telethon? Hey, I'm President Anton. Please donate to our country. So let's see. We can deal with the less smoke bill or meet with the family. Let's deal with the smoke bill. Let's get rid of it or deal with it one way or the other. The less smoke bill. The Assembly passes an amendment to the tax bill of 1944 in order to increase tax revenue and reduce the general excessive amount of tobacco consumption in the general populace. Section 1 of the Tobacco Act of 44 had imposed a 10% tax on all tobacco packages. It will be increased to 30% on all tobacco products sold in the country. Section 2 will protect local industries by giving them a full tax exemption if the products are destined for export to other countries. So if we pass this, we'll get a government budget. It'll make people unhappy because tobacco's going to cost more. I'm okay with it. I don't think I'd be okay with one on alcohol, but we'll do it. Can we get that one money right away? Yes! Back to -2. We still got problems. Oh no. Don't look at the news. People are going to be mad. Time to smoke less! The administration, says the Whole Sword Post, has signed the Less Smoke Bill, aimed at increasing tax income for the government and to reduce the high tobacco consumption. Tobacco was recently discovered as dangerous to personal health after researchers in the United Kingdom published an international paper. There have been opposing voices on the increase of the pack of cigarettes, especially foreign ones that are favored by the Sordish. Yeah, and smoke's taxed! The GNA passed an amendment to the tax bill, increasing the tax by 20% and imposing a tax exemption on local products that are destined for transport or export. President Rayne has signed the bill into law, which triggered a dozen complaints from working-class citizens who smoke often. Health officials around the country have praised the discouragement of tobacco with the increased taxes. There is a debate if the administration acted on this to increase taxes or reduce the public health concerns, or maybe both. Maybe some of one, some of the other. Some of it was definitely we needed the money. Let's see. That's under welfare. It's not red. Tobacco consumption reduced. That's actually good. That should help the health of our nation. Nationwide, the increase in the tobacco tax has shown to have a positive impact on public health. decrease in consumption and importation of tobacco products has resulted in a significant decrease in the number of lung-related sickness and birth defects reported across Sordland. Maybe it's hoping for too much, but maybe that'll help our medical system too be less overburdened. This is an unexpected yet welcome outcome of the implementation of the new tobacco tax. The government's efforts to promote a healthier lifestyle for its citizens are likely to continue in the future as more measures are taken to improve the public health. Well, that ended up being win-win. Hell yeah, what else we got? Meeting with family? I guess we'll do that. Yeah, Frank's not going to be around anymore. Who's going to be Moody? Do I have to be Moody at the family thing? As I stepped through the front door of our stately residence, a sense of tranquility washed over me. The house was quiet, almost too quiet, without Frank blasting his cool rock and roll music from upstairs. I entered the grand study and let the warm glow of the room envelop me. Monica was sitting by the fireplace with a very odd-looking book in her hands. I'm just gonna sit in the armchair next to hers. Just enjoy some quiet time together. Oh, I didn't realize you were home. Is everything really going well at work? Kinda. We hired this child to be the vice president. Especially after everything that happened with Peter? I wish it had all gone differently. I understand, but honestly, maybe it was all for the best in the end. Thanks to you, I was just about the only woman at university he didn't go after. But I saw the way he was and how he continued to be. The truth is, that man has always been a bad influence on you. Maybe I wanted to be cool and do cool things. Ugh. I guess I do get to be the new Frank. And I don't think he should be forgiven after what he did. Yeah, I agree. I called his wife. I'm the one who put him in jail. He wasn't forgiven, but you know what? I'm going to give her "you're right." I know I could bitch and moan, but you know how much women like to hear they're right. I think everybody does, but whatever. You know, bitches. Yeah, sometimes I'm that bitch. You're right. I should have listened to you back in the day. Isn't that always the moral of these stories? Woman, I gave you some credit. You could have taken it gracefully. She sighed. Ah! I don't know, Anton. All this seems to have put you under a massive amount of stress. I also seen that more and more protests have been popping up around the country lately. Really? Because I haven't seen that. I feel like things are getting better. There's less violence. I'm worried that things might get out of hand. There's no need for concern, Monica. People are just voicing their criticism. It's part of a free nation. I guess you're right. I hope I'm right, because if not, I'm going to have to tell her I was right. She was right about this, and I'm going to get another thing that I should always listen to her. But I think you need a break, Anton. Maybe we can make some time for a little getaway. We can have a weekend retreat out in the countryside. What do you think? I don't know what to say. As somebody who's a workaholic in real life, I don't really do vacations. I could be like, just the two of us, wink wink. It's a nice idea, but I'll have to check my schedule. I am very busy, you know. Oh, okay. Just then, we heard the patter of small feet approaching the study. Deanna appeared by the door with a piece of folded paper clutched in her hand. Mama, Papa, my school report came in. Are you a dummy like Frank? Monica and I immediately turned our attention to her. Our curiosity piqued. I'll wait for her to continue. I could be like, not the dreaded report. I honestly don't care. Deanna unfolded the paper and gave it to me. I was so close to the top of the class. I heard a mix of pride and disappointment in her voice. I could be like, almost doesn't count, honey. Sounds like you've got to try harder. Oh no, flashbacks to my child. Fuck that shit. I can say congratulations. That's good to hear. I wish your brother had your brains. I'm not going to say that, but it's funny. I could say she's a genius. I'm not going to say she's a genius. I don't want to pump up her ego too much. I could either say, congratulations, my girl, but I know I'd love you even if you got bad grades, or that's incredible. I'm going to say, congratulations, my girl, but you know I'd love you even if you got bad grades, right? Deanna smiled. You did great, darling. We're so proud of you. She knelt down and gathered Deanna into her arms.
I know, but I still kind of feel bad. I'm sure I would have been at the top if the boys at school weren't so annoying.
Deanna, that's not fair to blame. School is like prison, right? It's a bunch of people who don't want to be there. That's how life is.
Ever since they started letting girls take science classes, they've been distracting us during exams. And the teachers don't even care. And then there's that stupid blind boy, Marcus.
You sound like me with Sierra.
He never even studies, but teachers always give him higher grades than everyone else.
Don't call him stupid, baby. Who is this Marcus? Maybe it's just some kids are naturally quicker at picking things up with the way schools teach.
I told you about him, Mommy. Marcus Cleveland.
Wait, Boy Wonder's kid? The vice president's kid?
The one who can't even do basic math, remember?
Shit. Did you say Claven?
Yeah, that's his name.
Shit. I might know his dad.
Really? His father came to school a couple times and shouted at the teachers.
Oh, no. No, I should have picked Lucien. Why didn't you tell me this before, Deanna? This was very important to my administration. It's not your fault, kid. You could have known. He did. He did what?
I already told you. Don't you listen?
Isn't that your new VP, Anton? Yeah. How about let's go on that vacation right now? How do you keep finding men like this? Come on, Monica. How would I have known about any of this? Like, I stay at an elementary school all day on the off chance some dipshit comes in? I suppose you wouldn't. Anyway, are you hungry? I didn't cook today, but the chef prepared a wonderful Rizian meal for us.
Yeah, food!
Yeah, great, I'm starving, let's eat. Me too, let's eat. She grabbed Deanna's hand, and we walked to the kitchen together. Oh my god, I thought Claven would be a help. Oh, I should not have picked that fuckface. The dagger I got from the priest, I should just give it to Lucien and be like, Lucien, undo my mistake, but don't stab me with it. I am just a sucker for picking idiots for VPs. I'm gonna have to have a talk with Claven at some point. Shit. Well, everybody, on that note, I'll see you maybe next time.